G'day guys, welcome to Young Gun Cricket. Due to popular demand, lots of people have asked me for an update. They got the before shots, and now we're going to go and show you the after shots and what we've been doing for the last few months. So come along. So what was previously an UGG boot factory is now a 1,500 square metre cricket centre. We also do glow-in-the-dark birthday parties that some of you may be aware of. But let's go and see what we've done in the place. So across the 1,500 square metres we have what we call our live nets, and then we have our coaching hub. So we'll show you the coaching hub first and then take you on a VIP tour. So in our coaching hub we have 3 lanes where we do all our coaching. You can see we use bowling machines. All the bowling machines have auto feeders on them, so you can come down. Don't need mum or dad to feed your balls or a mate, you can come down and have a hit by yourself. One thing that was really important, what I learnt through 20 years in this industry, is lots of young kids want to come on bowling machines, and the big ones tend to actually scare them. They go pretty quick and the bounce is quite high. So we have a junior machine here, the Bowler Junior, which allows us to actually put balls in that kids can feel confident learning the game. The balls are obviously softer as well. So that's what we've got there. And then when you come through, this is our first of 2 video analysis lanes. So as we walk down, you can see there's lines on the ground that coincide with stumps, obviously when we're teaching stump awareness to young batters. And then some of you might remember from the Oakley facility, our red batting box. The red batting box is something I came up with years ago to teach people about movement through the ball, staying balanced and actually hitting the ball so it's a hit zone, to understand where our body goes. Biggest error we see in young players is particularly in batters, is they want to fall across. So this gives them a visual cue of how to hit the ball and hit the ball in a hitting zone. And then what we coincide that with is what we believe is the first of its kind 360-degree video analysis. So you can see here that we have batting from all angles. There's a camera behind, there's a camera front on, there's a camera above, there's a camera side on. So we actually capture batting and can give that automatic visual feedback back to a player at any stage. So from that position we can then understand what their movement is before they go to hit the ball. So that's something that I've been playing around with for a few years, and pretty happy that this facility gave us the chance to do that. All these guys and girls live in a very visual era, so anytime we can combine some technology with the coaching, it makes it a hell of a lot easier to get these guys to understand how they're moving. So that's the coaching hub. We coach 24/7 more often than not. We're available. There's 3 full-time coaches here, another 3 or 4 specialist coaches. So we're more than happy to bring people in, batting, bowling, wicket keeping, spin bowling. So we actually encompass the whole coaching gamut in here. So let's go next door and we'll show you the live nets. When we were setting up, so the whole place was painted white for visuals. The lights, interesting, when we were building the facility we had lighting experts come in, and they are just normal household fluoros. And they are the closest. We tested every light known to man, and they would give us the closest lighting to daylight. You'll notice there is no shadow. There's 1,200 lux of lighting here. It's really important that when guys are in here and they're facing missiles coming at them and effectively 140 k's an hour in some cases, you want the best possible lighting. So that was tick box number 1. And then as we go next door, you can see it's virtually like daylight in here. 1,200 lux is the equivalent to MCG on a day-night game or a footy game under lights. So It was a pretty important part of what we did, and that was what we set out to do first. So let's go next door. So this is our live bat and ball area. As you can see, 15 metre run-ups, so no need for strict photography. Even the great Alan Wise used to be able to run in indoor off his very long run. This was built basically because of my experience running, probably trying to run pre-season Premier Cricket Club training inside facilities that before this existed, that were really poor in nature. 3 metre run-ups, that just didn't really help bowlers, didn't really help batters because it wasn't realistic. Lighting was traditionally really poor, lots of holes in nets. They were really poor facilities. So some of you may be aware that 3 years ago I built a facility in Oakley that I genuinely believe changed the game, and now we can see the impact of that, because anyone who wants to build one of these has to come up to the standard that we set. So 15 metre run-ups. You can see here that the lane nets all retract, so they can go back, you can open up. You can see here we've got a battle zone coaching session that's coming up later today. So we can strip all the nets back, you can have an open session for fielding if you're a club. You can actually have throwdowns in one net, stuff like the battle zone going on in the other. And then you have the flexibility that if you're an individual looking for coaching, we can run sessions in here that are more game-like. So the whole thing of what we do with our coaching is it's all about the game, and it's all about wanting to actually teach young players or old players, boys or girls, more about the game. And that's what we think separates us from some of the other guys out there, all trying to help people with their games, but coaching has become very much about technique. We believe it's technique plus a really good game sense, which we've created a space which gives us the flexibility to do that. So we come over to the bowling analysis lane, so like the batting analysis over there in the coach hub. Net we have here is where we do most of our bowling work. Again, the video analysis gives us the ability to capture bowling actions, particularly from behind, from above, from front on, and then particularly a side on camera, which gives us the ability to watch bowling actions, particularly pull down and guys as they're on their back foot. So that's set up for a bowling session again that we've got later on today. So what we find again when we're trying to teach players not only about their bowling actions but about the game sense, this is a really good indication. We can go back visually and show them, actually get them to understand their bodies a little bit better. It's a huge thing that started to come in cricket, particularly about these young guys and girls getting injured. So we have the ability to actually analyse their bowling actions and either put remedial action in place or to tighten up some certain things. And then as we go further over, you'll notice that the pitches are in fact like cricket pitches. That was an idea I came up with many years ago that's now pretty common in all cricket centres, which just makes sense because most guys playing turf cricket are going to bat on something like that. We did all our pre-season on green. And then as we come over, as I said, there's the battle zone stuff, and then some more technology that we've got. We've been really lucky that we have some speed gun and some radar technology. And what we have is the ability not only to know how fast the ball's gone, but you probably heard that we've got a Siri-like lady who screams out the speed. So it's pretty exciting in here when clubs are in here and someone can manage to get one up to 130, 140 and it gets screamed out. Everyone's sort of looking around to see who it's done. So the other thing we've got through our technology is the ability to catch a bowling action and measure speed. So a lot of the coaching, particularly with spin, is understanding the different parameters of cricket balls and what the speed is with revs on it. Same thing with our quicks. So that's another pretty cool piece of technology. We can obviously split the nets any way we see fit. You can see the side screens up the back, white and black. We have had some clubs that have had one lane white ball, one lane red ball. So there's the full flexibility, and as we said, the lighting's second to none, 1200 lux. Makes it effectively like daylight in here. Most people who come in, the minute they get into the place, it's the first thing they notice. But so the run-ups, the lighting, it's all about creating the best cricket experience we can. And it was all born out of my frustrations from 15 years of cricket coaching around Melbourne and not having a facility that I thought catered to the Melbourne cricket community and was the facility they deserved. So you now understand why I've been head down, bum up for about 3 months, and this is due to popular demand that people wanted to see what was going on. So we've got a little bit more to show you. We'll run you up. There's a couple of things upstairs, but keep coming with us. We'll take you up to the gym and we'll finish with a little surprise. So the other thing you'll also notice is there's plenty of room. Most of us grew up in cricket centres where you're stepping over bags and there wasn't enough room to do anything. So you'll see that the bag boxes exist here. They're also on wheels so they can be moved around. And one particular thing, it's about 38 degrees outside at the moment, air conditioning all through the building. So the other thing we don't have to put up with is sweat pouring off you when you walk into the facility. We talked about surprises. Thank you very much for the support for the Hit You for Six and the 6 announcements during the week, of which this is the second one. What's behind that door will be coming later in the week, so it's very big news for all our followers and for people, cricket people in Melbourne as a whole. What's behind that door all will be revealed in a couple of days. So as we walk through, you can see the space we've got, which is fantastic. There's nothing like being able to have a couple of clubs in here at the same time without people falling over stuff. Underneath the mezzanine here, we've got some further stuff coming. That'll come in all due course. We're working away at building some stuff to make the birthday party business seriously next level. So if you're a cricket club and you do your pre-season here, there might be a surprise come pre-season of what you can do with the boys or girls socially to do a bit of team building. And then as we come up, as the name and the arrow says, we're going to go up to the gym. So you can see here we have our own studio gym, which is fully equipped. What we were finding with the new generation of cricketer is most of them are athletes. They're really powerful athletes. The advent of 2020 and whacking balls out of the ground, being on the move for 20 overs every ball. You can see sometimes on some of the footage they talk about GPS and how far the guys actually run and how athletically capable they have to be. So a lot of what we do in here with our academies and with our coaching is teaching young players particularly the importance of their bodies. It's their most important resource and they need to be able to rely on it. A lot of our bowling coaching now has a strength and conditioning component, that there's a technical aspect but there's also understanding your body. So the gym was a bit of a no-brainer and something that's moved the cricket into the next generation. So that's pretty much it. I'll show you one more thing as we walk through. You'll have to excuse the mess up here. We're just in the last parts of setup up the top. And then we move down into a parent retreat area. So as a parent myself, I understand how much time we all put into our kids and their sport. You can see up here, cafe bar. You'll be able to get a coffee, get a cool drink. You can look out and see everything that's happening out on the court. So whether you're here for a party or whether your son or daughter's getting coached. The other thing we've got the ability to do, which we're really excited about, is all that camera footage and all the technology actually feeds into closed circuit TV, which there's a couple of TVs going up on the wall, and that'll be patched up on the wall. So you'll be able to watch your son or daughter, you'll be able to hear the coach, you'll be able to do it from the comfort of air conditioned up here and have a coffee or have a drink. So that is about it. So thanks very much for coming along. We really appreciate all the support, all the messages we've had now that we're up and going and we've got the all clear from the council. So look forward to seeing you soon. Hopefully you can get in here and enjoy what we believe is Australia's best indoor facility. So thanks very much. See you soon.